You're watching the Common Constitutionalist Weekend Video Podcast.
Hi there, my name is Brent Smith, and once again, welcome to the Common Constitutionalist Weekend Video Podcast. Today, one topic and one topic only, and it's going to be a good one. Don't mess with the Castle Doctrine. Telling you, bro, don't do it. That's what I'll be discussing today, right after this. Be right back. Got my notes this time, so I'm going to try and stick to them. Oh, before I forget, don't forget to like, subscribe, share, and do something else. Comment. There you go. Gee, man. One of these years I'll get it right. Okay, so anyway, every year leftists demand, and notice I didn't say ask or request or anything else, suggest, they demand that we on the right compromise just a little bit on our beliefs. Just a bit more every year on our core beliefs and our values and things like that. Okay? They never do, but they demand that we do. And it happens going forward on a yearly basis. It's ridiculous. So Jaco Booyens is from South Africa. And he's big in the fight against sex trafficking, which is huge in Africa. It's huge. Frankly, it's huge everywhere. It's ridiculous. It's awful, but that's the way it goes. So he was on the blaze, and he's also pretty plugged into American and international politics and whatnot. And he lives in Texas. He's I don't know if he's born there, but he lives in Texas. So he was on the blaze a while back, explaining how South Africa, you know, the country that Ruth Bader Ginsburg would rather craft a constitution, if we had the American Constitution to do over, she would mimic the South African Constitution instead of the American Constitution. Brilliant, Ruth. He says that country weakened its Castle Doctrine law over a decade ago. So basically, he says that you literally can't do anything to defend your own home. You can't shoot an intruder almost under any condition. That they actually have to shoot at you first in order for you to be able to shoot back. That's the rules of engagement. That's their Castle Doctrine. Fabulous. So exactly what is the Castle Doctrine? For want of a better term, it's a home and private property stand your ground law. That's basically what it is, the Castle Doctrine. It basically says that you can defend your home and your property from invasion by pretty much any means necessary. You can't go overboard, you can't be tossing grenades at people and whatever. Of course, that's illegal anyway, but you know what I mean, okay? You can defend your home and your property without having to be shot first. Yeah, what a concept, huh? So, well, leftists, being the statist authoritarians that they are, they don't want you to have that right. So they're trying to weaken the Castle Doctrine. They want everyone, like good little sheep, to have to call the statist authoritarians for help. Okay? And then they'll come out and protect you from the bad guys. That's the way it works. Or that's the way it's supposed to work. So, you know, the bad guys that they insist on releasing from prison and refuse to prosecute because they may be just of a different color, or they may be of a different creed, or they may be somehow disadvantaged or oppressed or something like that, so they let them out of jail, and then their recidivism rate is off the charts for these people because they should have been in jail to begin with, and they should have stayed in jail. So, but basically, because they're oppressed or otherwise put upon by white society, it's not their fault that they held you at gunpoint and took your stuff or did something a lot worse. That's the leftist thinking. And it was some lady from Black Lives Matter. I don't know if it was one of the founders or not. And she was on a bullhorn in the middle of A mostly peaceful protest. Yeah, okay, fine. That just says that these home invasions, these burglaries and whatever, they're just reparations. And there were some other people, I can't even remember, they may have even been state or U.S. officials that said this is a form of reparations, that you whiteys should give up, literally walk away and give up your homes as a form of reparations to the black people. Are you kidding me? But hey, that's what they're making, that's their demands. That's what they're making demands of. And they're demanding that we, on the right, just continue to compromise. But as Booyens described, and I don't know if I'm pronouncing this right, that's phonetically how it would be pronounced, Booyens. He described incrementally weakening the Castle Doctrine is no different from every other compromise that the left has demanded of the right. And he's absolutely correct. He says in South Africa, you, like I said before, you literally can't shoot an invader under any, no, this isn't what they're asking of us yet in America. You can't shoot an invader under any circumstances whatsoever unless he has a firearm and he fires at you first. That's insanity. That's ridiculous. What if he has a big machete? Well, he can't fire a machete. He's going to be able to hack you to death and you have to stand there and take it, or you just have to continue to give ground. Everybody has to install some sort of panic room, and then they just rob you blind and do whatever the heck they also want to do, burn your house down around your panic room, and you can't do anything under the law. Are you? That's insane. But all this stuff is insane. It just is. But that's a compromise to the left. Okay, the right gives up something, the left doesn't give up anything. That's called a compromise. There's no give and take at all. None. There's give on our part and there's take on their part, and there's no reciprocation back. Okay. The left idea of compromise, today's left's idea of compromise is basically the same as negotiating with terrorists. That you negotiate with a terrorist that he will kill you last. That's your negotiation. There's your compromise. Okay. Leftists simply don't compromise. It's not in their nature, and we haven't forced them to compromise, so they don't know how to. I would like to say it's not their fault, but a lot of these people in charge, they're just plain evil. So yes, it is their fault. But unlike in South Africa and these other countries, the left takes away stuff incrementally so you don't notice right away. Okay, so the Castle Doctrine is just trying to keep everybody safe, so there's no illegal discharges, there's no unlawful discharges, there's no accidental discharges of the handgun. Meanwhile, you're laying bleeding on the floor while the people are robbing you blind and doing heaven knows what to your wife and children. Okay, so it's like this way with every leftist compromise. Abortion. They pushed it to the point, at this point, because it's been incremental over decades, but they pushed it to the point where now some on the left are actually advocating infanticide, that you can abort a child after it comes out of the womb. That's murder. No matter how you cut it, that's murder. Okay, you can twist in the wind and argue fine points about, is it murder to kill a baby in the womb? Yes, but whatever. But once it comes out, it's as human as you or I. Just saying. Don't argue with me on this point, please. But you know what I mean. But Booyens says, as the left just demands that we just continue to retreat on everything. That's their demand. Just continue to retreat. This is what they call the compromise. They want the Biden administration. They want unity, as somebody in their transition team is calling all people on the right MFers. There's your unity for you. They don't want unity. They don't want compromise. This is what unity looks like. Unity for the right means shut up, sit down, and do what you're told. Compromise to the right, or to the left for the right, means you give us something, we don't give you anything back. That's the way it works, okay? And the compromise is that we won't completely ruin your lives right away. We'll do it incrementally. But again, like I said, the abortion thing, there's no compromise there. They don't want any compromise there. They just want retreat on our part. They want us just to continue to retreat, just like the Castle Doctrine. Gender. If you insist that there's two genders, no, that won't work. You must retreat. Same deal, okay? You can't just have two genders. Retreat, okay? Into 57 genders or whatever. Agree with them. Retreat. You have to pay for the sins or not of your white ancestors. It doesn't make any difference. As long as you're white, you have to pay for the sins of all white ancestors. So retreat. Again, retreat. They don't give anything back. They don't compromise. It's just us retreating. Same as the Castle Doctrine. Paying reparations is retreating. How dare you accuse the left of stealing an election? Okay? Sit down, shut up, and just because you have evidence and affidavits and all this other stuff, spikes in voting things and whatever, 3 o'clock in the morning deliveries of none of that. There's nothing to see here. The right, retreat. Okay, how dare you accuse us of doing what we did, which was steal the election? Retreat. Probably get taken down just for that. Despite the actual science and common sense, you must wear a mask, you must social distance, you must close your business, you must go out of business, you must go bankrupt. Retreat, retreat, retreat. Okay? Despite the climate changing for as long as there's been a climate, man's the problem. Retreat. Again, the right must retreat. It's not the Christmas season, it's the holiday season. It's the, whatever, secular holiday season. Christmas isn't about Jesus. Retreat. You see, it's the same thing over and over and over again with every single issue that we hold dear, that our core beliefs, our core values. They're attacking them, and they're insisting that we just continue to retreat until our backs are up against the wall and there's nowhere else to go. Okay, we're not quite there yet, but we're approaching it. I'm telling you. It's your house, it's your home, it's your family, it's your property. You should be able to defend it by any means necessary. But they want to weaken the laws to the point where you must continue to retreat from invaders, no matter what they're doing. You must continue. You just keep pulling back, never fighting back, surrendering more real estate, so to speak, until there's nothing left to defend and nowhere to retreat. Then you're screwed. Okay? Basically, then you're done. There's nowhere else to go. But fear not. You can call 911, and the authorities will get out there eventually, not to save you, but to clean up, take away your lifeless bodies and catalog the crime scene. That's what they'll do, because it takes too long for 911 to get there. It takes, I'm not even going to get into it, but you call 911 and you're under if you're under a home invasion, forget about it. You're on your own. Unless they're parked right, unless the cops are parked right out front, it's not their fault, okay? You're on your own. That's it, okay? So you are the first responder, and they're trying to make it so that you cannot respond, that you just can retreat. That's your only response. It's ridiculous. The left demands that we retreat from literally everything that we hold dear, and that's a fact. Name one thing. Think of one thing. Everything we believe in. Everything we stand for, our core values, our core beliefs, just throw them all away, retreat, 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 and give ground to the left. And if you don't, you're a nationalist, you're a homophobe, you're a anti-feminist, you're a hater, you're whatever the crap you are, a racist, of course, naturally. So unlike us, they can't tolerate the Jefferson Doctrine. The Jefferson Doctrine, for those unfamiliar, and yes, I know it's about religion, but it applies to everything in life. If it doesn't pick my pocket nor break my leg, what difference is it to me? Basically, if you're not stealing my money and redistributing it all over the place for something that I don't believe in, okay? You're not taking my money and giving it to Planned Parenthood, okay? that's picking my pocket. Okay, if you don't pick my pocket or break my leg, if you don't harm me, injure me financially or physically, mentally, get over it, okay? Sticks and stones type of deal. But if you don't harm me financially or physically, do whatever the crap you want. Live your life. Just don't get in my face and insist that I don't not just have to accept it, but I need to embrace it and celebrate it. I don't, and I won't. And if someone comes someone tries to break into my house, I'll castle up on him. Okay, I'm just saying. Okay, I don't need to say anything more than that. Those who know me understand that that's what I will do. I will not comply with this nonsense. I will not retreat. I will not wait to be shot at or drawn on. If someone darkens my door, woe be to him, okay? And that should go for everybody, and that should be the legal precedent for everything. You can come to my door, you can picket me, you can whatever that crap you want to do. The minute you cross my threshold, you're an invader, and I deal with you that way. And that's the way it should be. So here's another thing that I'm just going to say, I will not comply. And I hope that millions and millions of other conservatives say the same thing. Once again, my name is Brent Smith. I'm the Common Constitutionalist. Don't forget to share, like, comment, subscribe. I actually had to turn the camera off, wait for a second, think of those 4 simple things, and then turn it back on again and edit it in. Gee whiz, it shouldn't be this difficult. At any rate, ho ho ho, Merry freaking Christmas, Merry Castle Doctrine, and that's all I got. See you.